Hey, what's up everybody? We are back with another recap, this time of the Assen Grand Prix weekend where I had a very good time. We're gonna start off with the MotoGP class. The sprint race top 5 was as follows. Marc Marquez won it ahead of Alex Marquez, Marco Bezzecchi, Fabio Di Giannantonio and Pecco Bagnaia. And then the Sunday race top 5 was as follows. Marc Marquez won it ahead of Marco Bezzecchi, Pecco Bagnaia, Pedro Acosta and Maverick Vinales. That makes that the championship top 5 is now like this. Marc Marquez leads it ahead of Alex Marquez, Pecco Bagnaia, Franco Morbidelli and Fabio Di Giannantonio. Then my rookie to watch, Firmin Aldeguer, he was 7th in the sprint race and he unfortunately crashed out of the Sunday race. And my underdog to watch, Franco Morbidelli, he was 8th in the sprint race and he was 7th in the Sunday race. And then the kudos of the week go to Marc Marquez after a tough start of the weekend with 2 crashes and then taking the sprint and the Sunday race win is very impressive. Then the sad part of the week was a crash of Alex Marquez. He kinda bumped into Pedro Acosta and he fell off on the back straight. It looked scary, but luckily he walked away from that one. And my well-done prediction, I thought Pecco Bagnaia could win there and I was wrong with that one. And for the Sachsenring, can I really say somebody else than Marc Marquez? I think he's going to win there. Then moving over to the Moto2 class, the race top 5 was as follows. Diogo Moreira won it ahead of Aaron Canet, Manuel Gonzalez, Jake Dixon and Joe Roberts. That makes that the championship top 5 is like this. Manuel Gonzalez leads it ahead of Aaron Canet, Diogo Moreira, Jake Dixon and Barry Baltus. And then my rookie to watch, David Alonso, he unfortunately crashed out of the race. And my underdog to watch, Tony Arbolino, he finished in 13th position. And then the kudos of the week go to Diogo Moreira for a very nice race win. And I don't have a sad part of the week, so we'll skip it for now. And then a special mention for Jonathan van der Hoorberg, who finished in the points in 12th in his home race. Also, Colin Vire, he took home 2 points in 14th in his home race. And for Barry Baltus, he unfortunately crashed out of the race after taking his double long lap penalty, which he received after crashing under a yellow flag in the practice sessions. And then a well-done prediction, I thought Barry Baltus could win there, but I was wrong with that one. And for Sachsenring, I still think Barry Baltus could win there. Then moving over to the Moto3 class, the race top 5 was as follows. José Antonio Rueda won it ahead of David Munoz, Valentin Perrone, Alvaro Carpe and Angel Piqueras. That makes that the championship top 5 is now like this. José Antonio Rueda still leads it ahead of Alvaro Carpe, Angel Piqueras, Joel Kelso and Maximo Quiles. Then my rookie to watch, Maximo Quiles, he unfortunately crashed out of the race, but he rejoined to finish the race in 15th position. Then my underdog to watch, Stefano Nepa, he took home 3 points in 13th, and the kudos of the week go to the front pack for yet another exciting race to watch. Then the sad part of the week was the crash at the Heer Timmer chicane in the penultimate lap of the race that brought out the red flags just before the finish. I'm happy everybody involved was okay. And then my well-done prediction, I thought José Antonio Rueda could win it and I was right with that one. And for Sachsenring, I think David Munoz could win there. Then Moto E was also back, so the top 5 of race 1 was as follows. Andrea Mantovani won it ahead of Alessandro Zaccone, Jordi Torres, Nicola Spinelli and Matteo Ferrari. And then the top 5 of race 2 was as follows. Alessandro Zaccone won it ahead of Andrea Mantovani, Lorenzo Baldassari, Jordi Torres and Hector Garzo. And that makes that the championship top 5 is now like this. Andrea Mantovani leads it ahead of Alessandro Zaccone, Jordi Torres, Lorenzo Baldassari and Mattia Casadei and Kevin Zanoni are tied on points in 5th position. So that was it for me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I had a lovely time at Assen. As always, the weather was nice. The paddock experience was very cool from Two Wheels for Life. So that was something to do again. Most certainly, I had a nice time. I hope you did too watching the races. I'll see you all after the Sachsenring round. Let's hope there will be some good racing there and that Marc Marquez doesn't win too hard on Sunday and Saturday, of course. So yeah, I'll see you after the next one. Stay safe. Have a good one. Goodbye.